Hey everybody, I'm Keely Kerwin and welcome to the Clump and Stamper Stamping School. Welcome to summer school, guys. Today I am here to share with you guys how to use the hybrid embossing folders. Now, I came from close to my heart where I was there for 15 years and I had never heard of a hybrid embossing folder before. So when we joined Stampin' Up, I fell in love with these. You guys, they do so many things. They're so versatile and so fun to play with. So I have some examples where I don't actually have the folder because it is currently out of stock and I was not able to get it as of yet, but I love that new feature that you can sign up for the email once it comes back in. And so I'll be able to share that one with you as we made some artwork when we were in Delaware with a group of friends. I also have a couple other ones, one of them that it's in the current catalog, and then one that was an online exclusive that is still available. I also have, I think it's two that we had created with in Delaware last year, where I have some gorgeous artwork in layouts and cards that I can share with you too on how they are used and give you some more ideas and examples. All right, so let's get started. Hey everybody, it is Keely. Let's get started with those hybrid embossing folders. So in the current catalog, in the annual catalog, the May 2025 to 2026, you can find the one that we do sell on page 109. So this is called the Thoughtful Moments hybrid set. I have not played with this yet. So we are going to do that a little bit today. I'm going to show you how you can assemble these to create these. One thing to note, so I have this. Why haven't I played with it? Well, originally they were intimidating. I didn't even know how to use them. We had gotten this folder, this set right here, as a gift from Stampin' Up when we went over and did our founders meeting right before we signed up to come over to Stampin' Up, and I did not even know how to use it. So now that I do, I'm going to show you how to use that in the machine and how to work those. In the meantime, I am then going to share with you guys some other ideas and things. There is one that is current. It's brand new, right? It's the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. It is an online exclusive. So I printed off all my online exclusives. I always do this one. It's on the corporate site. It's from the May online exclusive set. And it is the one that I was referring to in the preview, is that this one is currently out of stock. So if you have been looking for this, this is a stamp set. It is a set of dies, and it is an embossing folder. So it is a hybrid collection. You can sign up, you can click on that, and you can sign up then to receive the email once it comes back in stock. So I'm super excited about that one. I wanted to have it here before I did this video, but it's not back in stock as of yet. I do have some really pretty artwork created by Jen Patrick that I'm going to share a couple of the cards we made in Delaware. Hope she doesn't mind, because I'm not going to have this one in time to do this video. I also leave for Florida for a week with friends, and our daughter is in a softball tournament this weekend up in Minnesota and next weekend down in Illinois. So I am running out of time to get my training in. I wanted to share with you guys, this one is still available as well. So if you go online and you type in, that's how I found that they were still here, hybrid embossing folder, it will bring up which ones that we still have. So we have the Happy Hibiscus, which was an online exclusive quite a few months ago. We do have the Sunrise Sailing, so I'm going to show you these cards. And then we have the one that was in the catalog. So first off, let's just start with this one. This card was created, or designed, I should say. I made the card, but it was designed by Holly Veselinek when we did our very first backstage. It was the virtual last October, I believe. And we met at Jackie's house, and we did a shoebox swap, which again was new to me. I had never done a shoebox swap before. And we all created a card, and then we brought all the pieces. She had a die cut machine, and Holly had all the things ready to go, and we cut it out. So this one is not quite using the full hybrid mechanism, but I will show you what it did entail. So I'm going to set that off to the side for now. To show you first what is included kind of in an embossing hybrid collection. This one came, so it coordinated with a stamp set. It has a set of dies that coordinated with it as well. So I have those on a magnetic sheet. And then, so it had the stamp, it had the dies, and then it had the actual embossing folder. Okay. What I'm kind of here to show you, I'm not going to show you how to do any stamping. You guys are professionals at the stamping. I wanted to show you how to work these, and then what you can do with them. So I'm going to set the actual stamp set off to the side, and the papering. So again, this was Happy Hibiscus Hybrid. And this is what it ends up looking. It's kind of hard to have this colorful behind, so you can kind of see what this really gorgeous, this one's really pretty. It totally reminds me of Hawaii paradise, any tropical Jamaican vacation, right? They come, it says Stampin' Up! On them. And what I have found is the easiest way for me personally to do it is I open it and I put the Stampin' Up! Logo to the left. And then I grab the coordinating die. Okay, so this is a die. It's got 3 different florals to it, and I line it up so that the cutting portion of it is facing out. Okay, and then you look for where that floral image is, and it will kind of like, once you find it, it kind of like clicks into place right there. If you can't find it, I've also found that if I can line it up on this side, because this is the side that you're going to put, the paper is going to be, because that's the embossing part, then I can find it here, then I can shut it, and then just flip it over. And then it's set and ready to go. It's in its spot too, okay? So then I would add my paper inside, and I'm gonna shut it up. And you're gonna make your little sandwich there, right? So you have your embossing folder, you have the die, it's inside, it's all in one, it's one piece, so it's gonna cut it all together. So it's gonna emboss it and cut it. And I am going to bring over my machine. I have things stacked up, guys, sorry. The area here is a little bit smaller. Oh, almost lost them. So here's the machine, here's our stamping machine. And then typically you have your 4 different plates, right? So you almost always use, right, plate 1, no matter whether you're doing die cuts, regular embossing folders, 3D embossing folders, or hybrid. We have lots of options. If you are doing a stamped item or a regular die, you would put down plate number 2. And I love that it tells you on your plates how to coordinate and what to do. So plate number 2 would be a regular die, and then you would put down your plate, put your die in your paper and the other plate, and crank it through, right? With a regular embossing folder, so like the hexagon one, like the turtle shell one, you would do the same thing. But with our 3D embossing folders and our hybrid embossing folders, we actually don't end up using plates 2 or 3, okay? So we use the regular base, we put in our embossing folder sandwich, and then you use this one, this plate 4. So that will help it, it's just a thicker sandwich to help run it through the machine, okay? We'll see how it goes. I don't usually do it at this angle, but I wanted you guys to be able to see. Pulling that through. I'll set this back off to the side here and open it up. And then this is what will happen. Whoa! Okay, so you can use this cutout image. You can see the embossing on there. If you want it on a card or on a layout, and then pop these other pieces up with dimensionals, or then you have your 3 pieces were cut directly out of there, the 3 different floral arrangements. So you can do these on pattern paper, you could do it on the cardstock, and then you could ink over the top, you can stamp, lots of different options to be using these. I'm going to set that one off to the side, and I'm just going to show you some of the artwork then that was made, that we made with them. And I just threw it on the floor. I'm going to set this over here. So this was the card then that Holly had created. So what she did is she used just the embossing folder portion of it here, right, on this little portion. And so nothing was directly cut out of this DSP, this pattern DSP, but these were the 3 flowers she cut out of the white willow. I wanted to call it white daisy, white willow. So those are the 3 flowers. These were just flat. There's no embossing done to them. And we used the stamp set then to stamp directly to the items. So in a bundle, there's so many different options. You can cut, you can emboss, you can stamp. And it turned out and it made a gorgeous card. So that is our first example with the hybrid, the hibiscus embossing folder. All right, the second one I wanted to share with you was the one that I had no idea what I was doing. This is the one that is in the core, the annual catalog. It is an embossing folder that has all these amazing sentiments. So instead of having a pattern or a background to it, this one is going to cut sentiments out for you. Like I said, I was completely clueless, did not understand how this was going to work. So not only do you receive this big die, very intimidating, right? A big die. I almost swore, sorry. And then you have these fun little elements. You have a couple little rainbows, you have hearts, you have some fun little stars and some floral elements as just little extras that you can add in. So I'm going to set that off to the side, and I just want to show you guys how this one works, because it does work the exact same way, but it's just a fun element to use. So again, here's my Stampin' Up logo. You can see this big hello and love you. And I was like, man, am I supposed to ink those? What do I do with that thing? So again, here is the die. This is the flat side. So that's the side that's going to go over here. And the hello is there. You can see it kind of clicked in. I can't shift it around. It stays put. And then I'm going to put my paper down on top of it and close that sandwich up. Okay, let's bring the big machine in here. And we're gonna I'm running out of room. Set that off to the side, and I love these because it makes an easy sandwich. It's the dark one and the base. So number 4 and number 1. We're gonna run those through. And I'm gonna set this back off to the side. And voila, there we go. So this is going to have fun sentiments that are already embossed and cut out for you, okay? So here is our scrap paper. It cut everything out, the die, and then we have all of these fun sentiments. So hello, and it's embossed on there. I don't know if, hopefully it shows up for you. It's kind of hard to see. I tried to use cardstock. I didn't want to use pattern paper because I'm like, it's definitely not going to show up very good. What you can do, which is totally fun, take the little cubes, take our little ink cubes and ink over the top. Use a sponge, use a dauber. It's a very pale sentiment. So if you're not wanting it to be the focal point on your card, we have thinking of you. Did I read these? Thinking of you. Thank you. Hello. Oh, happy day. Love you. And let's see, you make me happy. I don't have my cheaters on, guys. Get well. This little one is with sympathy. Celebrate. And just because. How fun is that? Now that I know how to use these are perfect for cards. It's exciting to be able to play and have fun and learn something new, right? That's why you guys are here, because maybe you didn't know how you use these either. So I'm going to set all of that. I'm actually going to put them in here just for now so I don't lose them. Off to the side. And I'm going to work on showing you the new one that I can't get yet. It is currently out of stock, and that is the Sunrise. That's the one from the online exclusives, the Sunrise Sailing from May, sorry. These are beautiful, gorgeous cards that Jen Patrick designed. So again, that bundle comes with a stamp, it comes with a die, and it comes with an embossing folder, and she has used them all in fun ways. So this is the one that actually used the embossing folder to begin with to cut out. So you have this fun cloud image, you have the water down at the bottom, and then the boat. So the boat we did not emboss, we cut that out separately, and then it adhered that on top of where it would have gone in the embossing folder. How fun is that? And then just use blending brushes to make it look like the sunset and the water. On this one, we used just the boat image on the top and just stamped it direct. Okay, so you can use it as a die and you can use it as an embossing folder or both. This one, you may be like, okay, I see you use the boat, but the stamps, or the clouds up here are embossed as well. But when we open this fun fold card, it's kind of hard to see, but back behind this piece is the background. Here is the water, and up top are the clouds. So it's been a combination of the two together, right? So lots of fun ways to be able to play and use the dies. All right, now I have 2 more examples, and these last 2 are retired, but they are some of my absolute favorites. So this set was called, let's move this aside, Changing Leaves. How many of you guys already own this, right? Absolutely gorgeous. I loved the florals that were included in it. So again, it was a stamp and it was a die. And so this bad boy is ginormous. And so I had it in here. We, in the examples I'm going to show you, used it in all different ways. So I want to share with you how we'll set this off to the side a little bit. Oh, how the die, right? So how it goes in. So you're going to open it up, and then it's facing out. The cutting portion is facing out. This one is right. Oops. There it is. Oh, I thought I had it. I can feel it. There, right there. Now it's locked in. So you put your paper in and then sandwich it shut. Okay. I pull that out, but it's going to have this floral, and this. So what we've created with it in this card was created by Jackie's upline, and I received it for having high sales on her team for that month. The embossing, this portion right here, this rectangle, was embossed with the embossing folder portion of it, so without the die. And then the rest of this was stamped on there. So you can see the stamped image of everything included on that one. This one, we just used the stamp set. We didn't use the die, or we didn't emboss it at all. We just stamped in two-tone. So putting on some ink here and then a different color ink on the outside edge. This one was where we embossed only. So we didn't cut anything out and we didn't stamp. We just did the embossing. And how gorgeous did that turn out on that copper paper, the foil paper. It would be really pretty in the silver and the gold as well. Okay, so that was this one. That was a retired one called Changing Leaves. And we did a layout using it as well. So on this layout, I wanted to point out, I'm going to bring it up here. We did a square. So there's embossing on the full leaves here, and we cut it as a diagonal, so it's a triangle. And then the same on the dark blue. We did that there as well. So that was just straight embossing. Then we cut out using the embossing. So we have the leaves here, and this leaf, and this leaf. So those are the three different leaves. We just did them in different colors. So those popped out, and then used the sentiments and the stamps from that collection. And then did the same thing over on this corner of it. So you have your pieces put together and just in different colors. And we did the embossing again on these two right here, these two sections. So here is the other look at that up close. I love foil mixed with pattern paper and cardstock. It's just a great fun look to those. So here was the coordinating stamp set that went with that bundle. Okay, so again, I apologize. It is retired, but it's just another way to show you guys fun ways to use those hybrid embossing folders, or just the embossing as is. The last one I'm going to share with you is another retired one, but one of my absolute favorites, Seaside Wishes. We are going to Florida in 2 weeks, and I cannot wait. This is the perfect set. Who doesn't love looking for sand dollars on the beach? You have starfish, you have little starfishies, and then you have sentiments as well. So included in that one was the set of stamps, it was a set of dies, and the embossing folder. So this is the only embossing folder that was small enough. So when I do these, I store them all together and I just shut it. The other ones I have to store a little bit separately. So this one is going to be used similar. It's just a smaller version of it, right? And we would do it cutting side out, Keely, cutting side out. And it goes right there, and it's already locked in. See? Can't shift it around. Put your paper in, close it, run it through your machine. And then that will cut out these three individual sand dollars. You can use the embossing folder without it, right? Just leave it as is, emboss. Or you can cut paper and stamp directly on it using that portion of it. All right, let's look at some artwork. These are 4 different cards, I believe. So these were a couple years ago. I believe it was designed by Michael Rowley, one of our good friends. I'm going to show you the 3. So this one is going to be very similar to the same one I just showed you that Jen made with the boat, except instead of having this piece out on top, we have it tucked in, and we have the Your Friendship is the Best Gift. So it will open, and then we had the cute little card inside. Okay, and on here you can see, whoops, get the hair out of there, Keely. You can see where it was embossed, and then we cut it down and then used ink on it. So you can put ink inside your embossing. I didn't tell you guys that one. Yes, you could fill your embossing folder with ink as well, and then when you shut it and you're ready to, it will emboss and make it look. Doesn't it look like it's got sand actually on it? How cool is that? Love it. So that's one idea. Another is where this piece behind here was embossed. So this is directly on the white piece. Then we use the piece where we do cut it out, again using that inking inside the embossing folder, you could totally ink outside it as well. Like once it's out, you could just take a sponge dauber and run that over the top as well. So you can see we have some of the focal points here, and then we used some of the cutout pieces that are part of the die set to go with it. Okay, card 3, again, using that same cute little sand dollar. And I don't remember what these are called, like little sea fans, maybe? I don't know. And the last one, then we did the same thing, except this time, this one was cut out using the DSP. So it was a tan piece of wood grain DSP, and I can feel it, but it's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can't see it on camera. Maybe you can. The part where we would have inked over it, this piece, that cute little star is on there. You can feel it. You just can't really see it. Okay. So those are the 4 cards we made using that. Now I'm going to show you layouts that we did with it, and then our time here is up. These layouts were designed by, it was a co-op between Jen Patrick and I believe Tina Lovell created both of these. They worked together on it, and how gorgeous is this? Using different colors, right? Not typical colors for sand dollars, using like the aquas and the peachies. Sorry guys, I don't really know all my colors yet. Please forgive me. And then using some glimmer paper in here, as well as stamped images as part of it. So we used it as a focal point in the background. It's not a focal point, right? It's kind of being hidden a little bit, but it's there. And then it ties in with the colors that are already here. All right, so that was layout number 1. And I believe we did 4 in this set. And I love splattering. It's kind of messy, guys, but doesn't that totally remind you of sand where it's splattered on the sides? I'm going to set this over, move this up a little bit. So again, tying in where we used it, and it's been inked, and then separate inkings on the little ones on the sides. So it's using it as an embossing folder, and then it was using it as an embossing folder hybrid where it cut it directly out too. So that's layout 2. Then layout 3, we tied in some of the seagrass colors using the fronts and the backs of cardstock as well, because I love our 2-tone cardstock, because you can get twice as many colors out of our set of collection. Again, different colors. I love it. I loved this paper pack, and I'm glad it's still available. I have used it in multiple things. It's perfect for like farm, right? Barn, because you have all the different patterns of wood grain, but it's perfect for these beachy layouts too because of the brighter colors. And then this is the last one. Again, we did lots of inking on these. There were so many seashells cut out or sand dollars cut out because there was, I believe, 6 of us there. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I am definitely not an expert on hybrid embossing folders, but I had so much fun playing with these, and I can't wait to see what else they come out with. I think there is actually maybe one in the stuff that's coming in the new catalog. I think we can maybe pre-order that one actually. And it was a holly one, if I remember right. But I haven't had a chance to order or play with that one as of yet. Because like I said, we have been gone every weekend. Our daughter plays club softball 9 straight weekends in a row. And she joined a new team for 18U. So we have another tournament already next weekend. So 10 straight weekends of softball. Does not leave a lot of time for me to craft. So I hope you enjoyed all of the different options and ways that you can use the hybrid embossing folders. Feel free to leave any comments and I'll get back to you. All right, guys, have a great rest of your summer. Enjoy summer school. It is almost over. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep crafting. Love ya.